Hey, what's up, everyone? I got another video for everyone here. This video would be on a Blue Point cart model number, as you can see there. Excuse me. Excuse me. This Blue Point cart is a sliding top. Slides one way, slides on the other side. It does lock. It does have a key option here. I'm not going to go through measurements and all that on this video, only because Snap-on does provide measurements and all that for this cart. I'm making this video more for what's in a Porsche technician tool cart. Okay, the tools I use day in, and just work with, and what I've accumulated, and what works for me. So starting with the top here, this is a piece of sheet metal that I cut and shaped into the shape of the top here. Now it came with a rubberized top on both sides, but I removed that. It was very easy to remove. It's just glued on. I applied this with JB Weld and just kind of pressed it on both sides. Use some weight on both sides evenly so that this can stay on, and it's done a lot better for me. I think it looks a lot better, and it's a lot more easier to clean and useful for me. Now, this cart does come with a compartment here on the side, compartment on the other side. You can adjust these compartments either to fit higher or lower. As you can see here, I have a lower and I have one that's sitting a little higher than the other side, and it does have a handle here on this side. And originally it comes with two locking casters, swivel locking casters on one side, and just regular straight casters on the other side. But as you can see here, I upgraded this cart to swivel all around. Alright, so let's get in here. What's in a Porsche technician tool cart? A lot of people out there might be wondering. Where should I start? I guess I can start with screwdriver. So I have Phillips number 2 screwdriver, flathead screwdriver here. I do have a couple of panel. These are radiator hose picks. These are panel poppers, and these are pry bars. Nice set of Snap-on, nice set of Craftsman. They work very well. This is from Mako, 1/4 inch. We have Torx, Allens, as you can see there, standard and metric. From time to time, I do run into some Allens for aftermarket installs. What else is in here? Obviously, my brake measurement gauge, my tire gauge. I have some security seal that I use for my drain plugs. I have some thread locker that I use from time to time. What else do I have? Let's see here. Let's see. Where should I guess we'll move left. So I have 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch metric sockets, shallow and deep. I have a brake fluid measuring tool. This measures how much water is in the system, or in percentage. Pretty simple to use. You can find that on Amazon. I do have T30, T25, and T20 here that I do use on my drill. I have a number 2 Phillips here that I also use on my drill. I have along the side here a long 1/4 inch locking. I have a set here of some metric sockets for oil filters. I have the oil filter socket. I have my 3/8 shallow 12 point, and my 3/8 1/2 inch on the top here. I have 1/2 inch impact shallow, a couple of sockets that I've added on from different sizes that I've used. The deeps here, I have needed to cut a couple of these. As you can see here, I cut the 21 and I cut the 19. The reason why I cut those two is because some struts come with a sensor, and in order to get the nut off you need to put the harness in. You need to Okay, so you're gonna slide this into the top of the strut, and then the harness is gonna run in through here and come out through this hole in order for you to take the nut off of the strut. All right. So what else I got in here? I got a couple of spark plug sockets here. This one's pretty cool. This is for the GT3, the newer 991 GT3s. It's not magnetic, but it does have a grommet inside that hugs the spark plug. This one's pretty cool because it's swivel and it's the correct size. And another one here. I do have metric Allens, I have Torx, and I have triple squares, all 3/8 here. I have 3/8 E-Torx, a couple of drain plug seals that I use, thread repair just in case I need for the drain holes on the plug, the drain holes on the pans. 19 protective socket, 17 protective socket. I have a large Allen that I use there for transmission services. Transmission service here on that triple square. 10 millimeter magnetic socket, a 13 millimeter magnetic socket, half to 3/8 impact adapter, T20, 25, and 30s there. This here is a quarter to quarter for the bits that I use, the long bits. I have a set of short ones that I use also, but they're not in this cart. But that is a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter. That's a swivel 3/8, another 3/8 swivel, quarter swivel, 3/8 to quarter adapter, quarter to 3/8 adapter. Special tool here that I use for the struts from separating on the Macans. I use to separate the upper control arms and the struts from the knuckles with that tool. That is for, it's a Audi tool, but it's also used for our hybrid motors. It's for the crank, to turn the crank on the hybrid motors. I have here a 3/8 chrome extension from Snap-on, flank drive 1/4 inch. And here on this side, I do have a long air chuck, drain. We gotta clean out the drains on the cowls and sunroofs and all that stuff. So if you're a Porsche technician, you're guaranteed to have one. This is for the drain plugs on the 2.0 Macans or any plastic drain plugs on Porsches. 1/2 inch extensions here. I have two 3/8 long extensions that I use there from time to time on transmissions or whatever I need long reach for. At the bottom I have hockey pucks there. I have some wood there, air chuck here, hammers, large pliers, quarter to 3/8 ratchets, electric ratchets. I have a drill here, a 3/8 impact here, half stubby impact there. And the bottom here, let's see, what do I got? I got some pliers here, hose clamp pliers, pinch off pliers, regular pliers, CV boot pliers, hose clamp pliers, pinch off pliers, hose clamp pliers. This tool here is really good for removing the adhesive off of let's say emblems, if you're planning on using it to replace emblems on a body, or to remove the glue that's left by wheel weights on nice wheels. I use this, very good. Spreading or removing the there's a plate that sticks on some pads for Porsches, and you use this to remove that plate from the pads so that you can slap a new set of pads on there. Number 3 Phillips flathead flat screwdriver there. A magnetic pickup tool, another magnetic pickup tool, interchangeable end pliers here. I have the rest of the tips here. Pretty good for removing a lot of C-clamps and stuff like that. I keep a couple of these around just in case I need to hold something up. I use them a lot for holding the hose to a bucket whenever I'm filling coolant into the cooling system. That's a pretty nice tool that I can show you guys later. But I have a punch here. What else do I have? I have these from Mako. These are caliper holding tools, or holding tools. I use them to hold the calipers up when I'm doing brake jobs or suspension work, stuff like that. Got a couple of mirrors here, a large one, a small one, scissors, Panamera headlight tool. These are to hold wheels up. Very, very nice tool when you have when you don't have studs on a wheel and you use lug bolts. You know, these hold your wheels up so you're not complicating like that. With that, I'm sorry, a flashlight. This here Merlin one is from Harbor Freight. It's a blowgun. It's very powerful, very strong. I use it to blow out front cowls or front radiator buildup on sports cars, stuff like that. Very, very powerful. It gets the job done very quickly, which is why I like it. And have it in here, of course. All right, this is kind of like my wrench drawer. So, or wrench and ratchet. So 1/2-inch torque wrench, 3/8 torque wrench, 3/8 long ratchet, 3/8 mid ratchet, quarter long ratchet, quarter mid ratchet, quarter tiny ratchet, stubby metric wrenches, 8mm ratcheting wrench, metric flat drive wrenches, easy red metric ratcheting wrenches there. I do have some 22mm stubby here for oxygen sensors, another 22 for oxygen sensors, 21. I have a 30 in here. It came with a 27, but I mostly use a 30 for drive belt tensioners, 24 for drive belt tensioners, and a 20 in there. What else I got? That's my wrench ratchet drawer. That's basically it. I try to run through everything pretty quickly here. I hope that sums up what I have in here. This is just basically everything I have in here is just basically to get all the work in and out on a daily basis. You know, the most common things that I need are definitely in here. There are some stuff that I do keep in a larger toolbox, you know, special tools, stuff like that. I have a mess here on the top right now, so excuse me for that. But as soon as I clean it up, I definitely want to give you guys a tour of what I keep in the built-in toolbox as well. This shop I'm at does have built-in toolbox, so I definitely use it, but I'm gonna give a tour of that at a later time. This is just my cart, what I use day in, day out, what I use to get jobs in and out with, and what basically holds a majority of my tools. So that's that for you guys. I hope this helped you or helped someone, you know, just kind of briefly explain what a Porsche technician or what we keep in a cart and what we should keep in a cart, because cart makes life a lot more easier because you can roll it anywhere, right? So that's basically that sums up everything. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, leave a comment, you know, let me know what you think. Maybe I could assist you in some way possible. All right, I appreciate it. Thanks for looking, and make sure to come back so that I can give you guys a tour of the built-in toolbox.